Hey guys, so welcome to day 15th of the Billionaire Realtor Sales Challenge, conveyed by me, Stephen Akintayo, and I'm super excited about today. We want to look at the power of networking event when it comes to selling real estate. A lot of time I've seen situations where people just want to stay in their room, their house, and they think they can make sales. You need to go out. You need to and you also have to be intentional about the kind of events you go to. There are powerful events where people, if you have been through this series from day one, you notice that one of the things I mentioned day one and day two, day three was about sales and marketing and closing. And I talked about how you can only say you've initiated the process of sales or marketing when you are face to face with people who have capacity to afford what you're selling. So if you are talking to people who cannot afford, you're wrong. So if the same way when you use events, networking at event to sell, you have to say, where is the event where those who, can afford what I'm selling, we're going to appear, they're going to be there. Those are the kind of events I want to appear in. I want to be there. I want to be at frontline and center those events. And what are the types of events you want to look out for? There are a couple of them. One, high paying event. So for example, I learned this from a friend of mine. He said, you know what, Dr. Steven, I don't go for any event less than $10,000. I said, okay, exactly what am I missing here? Why is it that you don't go for an event that is less than $10,000? I said, look, I have to be honest with you, I'm into construction. And as a person to real estate construction, I understand that it's at events where people are paying $10,000 and above that I will meet people with the capacity, right, who can afford, either they themselves or their parents, can afford to give me hotel to construct, road to construct, massive houses, housing estates to construct. So I'm not going to waste my time going for an event that is $500, $1,000. Now, I'm not saying you should start at $10,000. Yours may even be an event that is charging as low as $100 or $200, $500 or $1,000. That may be that kind of event where your potential customers are. But you need to know that certain events that are paid and they are premium, the fees will also attract people who can afford to pay. And when you leverage on such events, your chances of closing is way, way higher. And that is very, very important when it comes to real estate sales, particularly at events. Number two events you want to go is industry events. Why do you attend industry events? That even sharpens your skills. So I go for paid events where it's real estate guys that are there. Or I could meet other realtors that will partner with. I could meet other guys, influencers in the industry. Someone can invite me to show up in their podcast, and that just help position my brand as well. I could meet a new partner in business and so on and so forth. So you also want to go for industry events. So the first one is just, the event may not be an industry event, but it's an event where other participants are people who can afford what you're selling. The second event is just pure industry event. You're going there to learn, you're going there to network, you're going there to, not necessarily direct sales, but there are a lot of indirect opportunities that happen in those kind of events. And they still will eventually lead to better positioning on the long run. You'll still be able to sell ultimately. The third categories of events that you may want to consider are special clubs, right? There is golf club, polo club, boat clubs, right? There's certain clubs you go that, the quality of people there. It may be games, but the quality of people there and the fact that you both play the same type of game, the business opportunity is endless. Tremendous. And you want to do this assignment. This is my first assignment for all of you today. Make out a list of events in the remaining 15 days of this challenge that you're going to attend. And you're going to attend intentionally. You have to be intentional. You're going to attend intentionally. You're going to attend with the right goals, right mindset, right intentions. You know what you're trying to do clearly, and you're going for the kill. And these are very, very important. The last one I'm going to talk about are specialized small dinners or breakfast. Now, this is not somebody else's event, it's your event where you're inviting people for a breakfast with you. Maybe 2, 3 people, 5 people, industry people. But you want to do that. I'm hosting one tomorrow with some of you. Remember, I'm doing one tomorrow at Echo Hotel at the Sky Lounge, and it's a breakfast, a buffet for you guys. But that's an example. Yours should not necessarily be that. We can just host 10 people, I need to say, hey, I just want us to network to see how we can learn from each other, partner, and discuss business. And I've also invited 9 other so. When you're putting their name, the CEO of this, who they are. Do you know people who show up? I kid you not. Whereas you say, I'm hosting 10 people who are networking to see what we can do. They will show up. I promise you, they will show up. So it's a very, very important thing you don't want to joke with. And I've leveraged on things like this to grow my business, right? And I've worked on it, specialized meetings. Sometimes just one person I invited for dinner or lunch, and the richness of those conversations. Sometimes we'll just discuss, okay, we'll partner in this area, we'll work together in this area, we'll do this together, we'll do that, we'll do this, and it's just so robust. The advantages and the opportunities that come from it. So, guys, do not joke in any way with events that allow you to network, that allow you to create partnership, that allow you to create opportunity. So, make a list, and I want you to get minimum 5 events that you're still going to attend between now and the end of this challenge to network, to look for potential customers. 5. The second thing, I want you to organize at least 1 event between now and the end of this challenge. 1, whether you're inviting 2 people, 3 people, 10 people, at least 1, or is even 1 person. And make sure you so maximize that special breakfast or dinner. Yeah, pay for the breakfast, pay for the lunch, pay for the dinner. But there's so much that will happen from those things, okay? I hope you've learned from this day 15th. I hope you practice it. Don't forget to keep calling all 30 people. And then let 50 people pick your call per day in this challenge. Enter DM of at least 250 people, right? WhatsApp, LinkedIn. Just disturb them about who you are, what you're selling. I promise you, you have a lot to do. You'll close so much. And by the way, those of you who attended the dinner I hosted the first weekend, the second weekend, how did it go? Feel free to comment in the chat box the impact, how you enjoyed it, and how it changed your life, okay? Once again, thank you for being part of this amazing challenge. I hope you're inspired. I hope you're pushing everything you can to meet up to the goals and the challenge. Remember, somebody will win a car. Are you happy to know we already have 2 winners of all expense paid trip to Dubai? Yes, in March. Already from this challenge, we have 2 people already. Come on. Who else? We still have Doha in April. That somebody will win. We have a car, somebody will win. Hey, this thing is possible. Go for it. Go for it. I love you. Dr. Stephen Akintaya, the convener, Billionaire, Realtor 30 Days Sales Challenge. See you tomorrow.
Next is the profile video of Dr. Stephen Akintayo, the chairman of G-Text Holdings. Dr. Stephen Akintayo is a globally renowned investment coach, real estate mogul, and philanthropist of African descent. He is the chairman of G-Text Holdings, which operates across the US, UK, Dubai, and Nigeria, with multiple subsidiaries. He is also the founder of the Stephen Akintayo Foundation, SAF. He's a member of the Forbes Business Council and a recipient of several prestigious awards, including the Forbes Best of Africa Leading Investment Coach and Real Estate Mogul by Forbes Best of Africa Award, 2023. Dr. Akintayo spearheads a $200 million expansion project in the US, solidifying his impact in global real estate. His vision is to control 25,000 green and smart homes across 4 continents and have a real estate portfolio of $40 billion under management by 2035. Through the Stephen Akintayo Foundation, he aims to empower 1 million entrepreneurs by 2050, offering grants and mentorship to drive financial independence and sustainable development. An advocate for wealth creation education, he founded the Stephen Akintayo University. Robert Kiyosaki, John Maxwell, Brian Tracy, Grant Cardone, Ryan Serhat, Sam Adeyemi, Les Brown, Dan Locke, and Dr. Cosmas Maduka are among the many facilitators at Stephen Akintayo University and authored 45 books, including Billionaire Habits. They are available on Amazon or visit store.stephenakintayo.com. He hosts investment chat in a Rolls-Royce and other influential platforms featuring global thought leaders. Despite humble beginnings in Maiduguri, Nigeria, Dr. Akintayo overcame adversity to build a multi-billion-dollar empire. He holds degrees in microbiology, strategic leadership, and real estate investment, and is a Harvard alumnus. Driven by social impact, he launched the Mercy Food Bank, aiming to feed 1 billion people by 2050. Dr. Akintayo loves adventures like travel, skydiving, scuba diving, hot air balloon experience, swimming and golfing, and many more adventures. He's married and blessed with children, and continues to inspire through his transformative vision, leadership, and philanthropy. To invite Dr. Stephen Akintayo for a speaking engagement, kindly visit www.stephenakintayo.com/booking or email ea@stephenakintayo.com. Next is a testimonial from one of our happy G-Tex associate.
It's Jessica Elebio.
And I'm Michael.
Yeah, guess what? We've sold our US property.
And the commission is mind-blowing.
Not just mind-blowing, we were paid in dollars. Yeah.
Dollars, you know. And if you want to, enjoy this amazing commission, you want to, 10x what you're doing right now. You know how much is Naira to dollar now.
Exactly.
You don't have anything to waste, If Jessica could do it, Michael could do it, so many of our staff have done it, you too can do it. So, you want to learn how to do it? Come for our next conference and you'll be taught how to do it free of charge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, training for today.
Mission for this 30-day sales challenge is to ensure that every single person on this challenge can earn commissions in dollars, in dirhams, and in Naira. Okay, so a sales team, another thing we need to know is a sales team without sales objectives is like a ship without a sail. I go over that again. A sales team without sales objectives is like a ship without a sail. The boat is at the whim of the wind and sea with no direction and clear guidance. So it means either you're working as an individual or you're working as a team. I know we have a number of teams, WhatsApp groups, teams that have people that have come together as a team on this 30-day sales challenge. You must ask yourself, as a team, do we have our sales objective? Because without a clear objective, it's just like you are in a ship without a sail. Next slide. All right, so another thing we need to know is a success. All right, so another thing we need to know is a successful real estate career doesn't happen by chance. It takes planning. It takes planning.
Just a minute. All right, I believe that's a network challenge. So as we wait for them to restore the network, can we continue from where we stopped? So all right, so from doctor's training, as we wait for Mr. Isaac to take over, who else have something to share with us based on what we learned from? All right. Okay. Are you ready? All right. Mr. Gabriel, what you learned from.
Okay, so sorry for the breaking transmission. All right, so one other thing we must also know is a successful real estate career doesn't happen by chance. It takes planning. It takes what? It takes planning. So it means if you really want to be successful in your real estate journey, you must be intentional about planning every step along the way. If success is a journey, then goals are the signposts along the way. I repeat that again. If success is a journey, then goals are the signposts along the way. And why are they signposts along the way? Because they are important markers that tell you how far you have come and how far you still have to go. Next slide. So what are sales goals? Sales goals are objectives that a company or team wants to achieve in a given time. For instance, as a team, you might have a goal of doing 1 billion in sales in a month. You might have a goal of doing 500 million as a team in a month. We have different types of sales goals as well. Some goals can be to increase revenue goal. That's the amount that you generate in revenue. It could even be customer acquisition goals. It could be customer retention goals, and many more. So why is it important to create sales goals? It's important because those who create sales goals, those who have sales goals, are 10 times more successful than those without them. And I want everybody to take key notes of this because it's very, very important that those who have goals, they are always 10 times more successful than those who don't have goals. And those who have written goals are 3 times more successful than those with unwritten goals. So what does that mean? It means you must have your goal written in pen and paper. You must do what? You must have your goal written in pen and paper. So it's good you have the idea. It's good you have the vision in pen and paper. Then it will be difficult for you to achieve that goal, because at every point in time, you must be able to go back to your drawing board and say, where am I at this point? All right, next slide. So what are SMART goals? SMART goals, there are 5 things that you must know for every goal you set. Number 1, your goal must be specific. Number 2, it must be measurable. Number 3, it must be attainable. Number 4, it must be relevant. And number 5, it must be time bound. So it means if you have a goal, number 1, that goal must be specific. For instance, your goal can be to acquire 20 customers by the end of December 2024. It's specific and it sets a target. So for you who is looking out to reach maybe 500 million or 200 million, as a goal per month, then you know that you must ask yourself, how many customers do I need to have? How many potential customers do I need to have? How many leads do I need to generate that can translate into sales for me? How many leads do I need to generate in a month? For instance, do I need to generate 2,000 leads? Do I need to generate 1,000 leads? If I want to make 10 sales, how many leads do I need to have to help me to generate 10 sales? So your goal must be measurable. For instance, making 50 calls per day. And when you're saying making 50 calls per day, you're talking of 50 people that speak, that you communicate the value of your product, the value of your service every single day. And every goal must be attainable. It means you must ask yourself, this goal I set per day, is it doable? Making 50 calls per day, making 100 calls per day, making 200 calls per day, is it doable? The answer is yes. It's just about time management, having a solid to-do list every single day that you stick to, you adhere to it, and you put the time to every single activity for that day that is working towards helping you achieve your goal. The 4th thing is your goal must be relevant. So how relevant is your goal? IT, please put up the slide back. You must ask yourself, how relevant is my goal to the success of my company? How relevant is my goal to the success of my team? How relevant is my goal to the success of my, it could be my subsidiary or my group where I find myself? And the last thing is, your goal must be time bound. Any goal without a deadline is just an idea. I repeat again, any goal without a deadline is an idea. So I want to see you put that in the chat box. Any goal without a deadline is an idea. And what's an idea? An idea is something you imagine, something you something that comes as a thought, but has not yet been achieved, has not yet been realized, is not yet achieved. So, what are some steps towards creating successful sales goal? Number one, you must define your goals. You must what? Define your goals. So you must know how to track your metrics per time. You must do what? Know how to track your metrics per time. After setting your goal, this is what I want to achieve within this timeline. Then how do I want to track it? How do I want to track it? For instance, in tracking your progress, some of the things you want to always keep on checking is how many leads have I been able to generate so far? How many calls have I been able to make so far? How many meetings have I been able to schedule so far? How many inspections have I been able to schedule so far? How many deals have I been able to close? These are important metrics that you must track per time, so you know where you are at every single point in time. So for those who work as teams, you must also know that it's important for those who work as teams, as groups, because we have a number of persons that are joining this sales challenge as teams, as groups from different parts of the world. So it's important that you must set goals even for individuals as well. So is good enough to have a sales goal of, for instance, $1 billion in a month, but have you been able to make the vision clear to your team? Have you been able to break down the vision to every single individual on your team? Because there is power when there is unity. I repeat again, there is power when there is unity. When everybody is on the same page, then the dream, the goal is much more achievable. So you must set goals for each individual on your team. For instance, we want to do 1 billion. How much is X bringing? How much is Y bringing? How much is Z bringing? And okay, thank you, Stella Paul. Drop your contacts. You'll be added on a group. So it's important that you as an individual, being part of a team, being part of a company, being part of your subsidiary, being part of your department, you must have your own personal goal that you set as well. So another thing that is very important is that you must have KPIs. You must have what? KPIs. And what are KPIs? They are key performance indicators. And what are some examples of this? A very good example is your revenue goal, which you set on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, or on a yearly basis. So if you're working as a team, you must have your monthly goal, you must have your quarterly goal, and you must have your yearly goal. So it means if I find myself in a team where my supervisor, my manager, my team lead, for those on the WhatsApp groups, my group leader, is telling me that this is our sales goal. This is what we're trying to achieve in revenue this month. Then how can I contribute and put in my best to ensure that we achieve it? Not just in a month, even per quarter, and even on a yearly basis. So when you as an individual, you understand your importance and the role you have to play, then it will be easier. Nobody would need to drive you, to compel you, to remind you before you know that you also have an important part to play, and a very serious work that you also need to put in to make sure that it is successful. Next slide. Yes, so the next thing after defining your goal is to create an action plan. So what is the plan that I'm putting in place to ensure that my goal is achieved? And I will give some examples. If your goal is to bring in $100K in revenue in a year, then your action plan can look can be something similar to, number one, lead generation, and that has to do with the aspect of marketing. Number two, lead qualification. And who are those that qualify leads? Can someone tell me the meaning of SDRs? Anyone that can get this right, you have a gift from me. SDR, who are the SDRs that qualify leads? Who are they? You can unmute if you want to answer, or you can drop in the chat box. Lead qualification, because that's a very important part of the action plan towards achieving your sales goal. So who are the SDRs? Okay, I would answer the question now. Next slide. The SDR, they are referred to as the sales development representatives. So they are those who make the discovery calls and qualify leads. So it means as you're making this call, you must know that you are also a SDR. As you are working towards helping your team achieve the goal, you must also know that you are also playing the part of a SDR, which is a sales development representative. So what does that mean? It means you must qualify the leads that have been generated. It's not just enough to generate leads. You can have 1,000 leads, but out of these 1,000 leads, how can I streamline those who can really do business with me? How, from the call I make every single day, how can I identify and pull out those that can really afford the products I have? So it's important that you must master the art of qualifying leads. And I ask this question a lot from sales representatives when I engage them one-on-one on their sales progress. I ask, how many people do you have in your pipeline that you have qualified? And some say 3, some say 5. And I said, that is not a number. If you don't have about 100 persons that you have qualified that are ready and able to do business with you, then it means you still have more work to do. And sales is what? Sales is predictable. You can predict the sales you will make this month. You can predict the sales you will make next month from the work you start putting in this month. Okay, so next slide. Yes, so another important thing is that the use of tools and technology can help you when it comes to achieving your sales goal. For instance, I do this on a personal note. Every single day, I try to reach out to nothing less than 1,000 people. And how do I achieve this? By using technological tools. There are systems that have already been designed for this. So there are tools that can help you to broadcast on a daily basis, and you can easily reach out to 1,000 people every day. Now, after reaching out to 1,000 people every day, sending out broadcasts, then from the responses you even get, you can now qualify those that are interested, that are ready to do business with you, And when you engage them on call, you now know if they have the ability. When you hear the word ability or able, it means do they have the capacity, the financial resources to proceed with the investment. So you must leverage on technological tools every single time. This is one of the assignments, that every single wealth advisor has to do part-time. What are the latest technological tools that can help me to optimize my processes, that can help me, to think and operate as a system? One thing you must learn is you must begin to operate and think like a system, not like an individual. You must learn to start to think and operate as a system. So what does that mean? It means though I am an individual, but I am thinking, my thought pattern, my thought process is like a system. So it means what tools can help me to 10x, my results, my processes, and even achieve a lot more. So very important, you must track performance. That's the third thing. In the steps to achieving successful sales goals, you must do what? You must track your performance. Next slide. So I will give a simple framework for setting the right goals. You can put it in this form. I want to achieve X within X time by doing Y. I want to achieve X within this time, this particular time, by doing Y. And this is an example. I want to sell 5 acres within the next 1 month by calling 1,000 prospects per month. This is just an example. So you can, adjust this. You can tweak it to suit your objectives, to suit your goals. And this is one thing that is this is an analysis that we must understand. 83% of salespeople don't have goals, and it's the bitter truth. 83% don't have goals. 14%, they have a plan in mind, but it is unwritten. 14% have a plan in mind, but the plan remains an unwritten goal. And remember, I said any goal plan you have, any vision you have that is not written will only remain an idea. It will be difficult to achieve. But what's the most interesting thing? The top players in the industry, not only in the real estate industry, across any industry, be it real estate, be it automobiles, be it entertainment, be it fashion, talk of it, they have their goals written down. So you want to ask yourself, am I part of the 83%, or am I part of the 14%, or am I part of the 3% that are the high flyers in my field? So very important. These are just few things that we must take note of. You must set, clear financial targets. Very, very important. You must do what? Set clear financial target. Next. Yes, next. Another thing you must take note of is you must commit to continuous skill improvement. Dr. Stephen has please remain on that slide. Dr. Stephen has a favorite quote that I love a lot. He says, the day you stop learning is the day you start dying. The day you stop learning is the day that you do what? You start dying. So you must commit to continuous skill improvement. And one of the things we are, even in GText, one of the things that we are big on is skill improvement. One of the heavy investments, big thanks to Dr. Stephen, one of the every investments that, he does on a weekly, on a monthly, on a quarterly and yearly basis is continuous skill improvement. So as a partner, as a consultant, as an associate, as whatever you are, even if you are an investor, you have the opportunity, by being a part of GText, you have the opportunity to improve in your knowledge base. So for you to be able to communicate the value that can help you achieve your goal, you must be committed to skill improvement. You must be committed to learning. You must be committed to taking real estate courses. You must be committed to subscribe to platforms like Stephen Akintayo University. If you are a part of GText and you have not gone through the Stephen Akintayo University, I don't know what you're doing. You must digest every single course, every single material, on that university. And there are a lot of other platforms, that you can also get a lot of quality knowledge from. All right, next. Another thing is you must expand and strengthen your professional network. So it's good and important to have set a goal, but do I have the right network to help me achieve that goal? That's the question I must ask myself. Remember, there's a formula that says your network plus hard work plus smart work equals to consistent cash flow. And the quality of your contacts determines the quality of your contracts. I repeat that again. And I want you to type that in the chat box. The quality of my contacts determines the quality of my contracts. Put that in the chat box. So what does that mean? It means, how am I being intentional about building my network? How am I being intentional about getting quality contacts that can translate into quality contracts for me? Next. Yes, what are other platforms that can help you to even strengthen your professional network? Platforms like LinkedIn is very important. So if you are here and you are not yet on LinkedIn, you don't have a standard bio on, at least 3 solid social media platforms. LinkedIn, number 1, Instagram, number 2, even Facebook, YouTube as well. If you are not on these 4 platforms, I really don't know what you're doing, because you must be able to, position yourself on platforms that can help you to also grow your professional network online. Okay, next. Next. Yes, and really, really key is you must earn key certifications and advance your career. You must do what? You must earn key certifications and advance your career. So it means part of my goals for the year 2025 should be, how many courses do I want to take that can help me to develop, that can, please, can we all hear me? I want to be sure that we can hear me. If you can hear me, just confirm. Just put yes in the chat box. Yes, I want to be sure. Oh, thank you. Beautiful. All right. So you must be intentional about capacity development, about mental growth. There is a way you will talk. There is a way you would communicate that at the end of your pitch, at the end of your presentation, the prospect will thank you. They will tell, I have had this over and over. They will thank you for the little time they've spent with you because they've been able to get value. But how will they get value? is by the quality of information that you have. Is by the quality of what? The information that you have. And how can you build your information base? How can you build your knowledge capacity? Is by studying and taking courses that can improve you. Now, one thing you must know is a single course can save you the stress of 2 to 3 years of practice without the right information. A single course that you take in any field. For instance, I want to improve on my sales. I take courses on sales. I want to improve on my communication. I take courses on communication. I want to improve on the art of prospecting. I take courses on prospecting. So it can save me the time waste of even up to 2 or 3 years. A single course that I take in a month or 2 or 3 months. All right. Use technology to elevate your operations. Next slide. All right, so if you're getting value, let me see you drop in the chat box, value, 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 value. So the session is about wrapping up. Okay, thank you, Double Owo. Thank you, Double Owo. Yes, thank you, Stella. So develop a personal brand and a marketing strategy. Develop what? A personal brand and marketing strategy. Now, one thing you must know is your brand is your voice. I repeat that again, and I want to see you put that in the chat box. My brand is my voice. My brand is my voice. And why must I have a brand? A brand gives that identity of who I am. My brand helps to build my confidence in the hearts of those that want to do business with me. My brand gives authority. For instance, someone is asking, who are you? I don't know you. You're calling me from nowhere. You can send them details about the company pages they go through and even about yourself. They see that this person reaching out to me is an authority in the field. He or she knows what he or she is saying. They can follow you part-time. When there are new offers to be posted, new offers that the company brings out, new incentives for clients, for prospects, you can put them out there. Your brand can communicate. Put in the chat box, from today, my brand will communicate. I want to see that in the chat box. From today, my brand will communicate. All right, next slide. You must also know that it's important to build client relationship. I would give you a particular word that you must all know, a particular phrase. And the phrase is, a sale is not complete until it has brought in another sale. I repeat that again. A sale is not complete until it has brought in another sale. So it means if I've done business with some clients, that business I've done, that transaction is not complete until they can refer me to other people that can still do business with me. And how can I enhance this? Is by knowing that my clients are my greatest assets. Put that in the chat box. Please put it in the chat box, because you must take note of this, that my clients are my greatest assets. And I must treat my clients like it. Every single client that has done business with you can refer you to a lot of other persons. But what we find a lot of salespersons do is once they close a deal, they close the chapter and they start looking for the next deal to close. It's good to look for more deals. It's good to look for more business, to prospect more, but you must never forget those who have done business with you. You must do what? You must never forget them. It means every single week, for instance, on a Monday, your first assignment should be to send every single person that has done business with you in the past, send them a word of prayer and wish them Happy New Week. And do you know what this does? It makes them to value you and to place you in high esteem. It makes them to do what? To value you and to place you in high esteem. Because a lot of persons, once they are done with closing the sale, they just put that client in one place and they forget about that client, forgetting that a sale is not complete until it has brought in another sale. So important, you must regularly review and adjust your goals. You must regularly do what? Review and adjust your goals. All right. So how can we review our goals? Number one, by monthly, reflection, by quarterly progress check. That's like every 3 months. For instance, from January to March, what have I done? What are the things I was not able to do well? For monthly reflection, it means in January, what did I do? In February, what have I done better than January? And in March, what do I want to do to improve on what I've done in February? So you must consciously and intentionally review your goals per time. So I will wrap up with this. Clear real estate goals are the key to thriving. You must start with setting your goals, make them your own, and keep pushing forward. And I would like you to understand this. Any goal that your company sets, any goal that your team sets, any goal that your subsidiary sets, you must take it as your goal. You must take ownership of it. It means, how can I think the way my CEO is thinking? How can I think the way my line manager is thinking, the way my team leader is thinking? How can I, contribute? When it's time to go out on prospecting, am I in the forefront of this? When it's time to make calls, am I in the forefront of this? I must take ownership. So I want everyone to put in the chat box, and those who don't have access to the chat box, put your hand on your chest and say, from today, I'm committed to taking ownership. Everyone on the Zoom session, you can unmute for just 2 seconds and say, from today, I'm committed to taking ownership in achieving our goals. From today, I'm committed in taking ownership.
From today, I'm committed to taking ownership in achieving our goals.
All right, thank you, everyone. I believe you got value. If you got value, just drop in the chat box. Let me see value. Let me see that roll in the chat box. I'll be taking just 1 or 2 questions. The host, you can take it up. Thank you for having me.
My dear Isaac, I didn't know you're such a powerhouse.
Do we have Mr. David Rain? You can take it up. Okay, Stella Paul, you have your hands raised. Do you have a question? You can ask your question.
Good morning, sir. Thank you
Good
so
morning.
much for the training. I got a whole lot of value. Thank you so much.
You're
So
welcome.
my question is basically on email marketing. So I've
Okay.
actually found it very difficult in getting emails. I don't really know how to go about that, to get emails of people that you can send emails to prospect them. So that's been my challenge. So I try to check LinkedIn. That's my challenge basically.
Okay,
As regards
very good.
marketing.
Very good question. Have you watched all the videos from day 1 to day 17? There's a particular video where Dr. Stephen talked extensively on email marketing. So what you can do, you can drop your number in the chat box. So one of the admins will pick up the number and send you that video, that particular video for that day. So you have an assignment to watch that video, study it, and just implement everything that is on it. Thank you. Beautiful question. Beautiful question. All right. Any other question? Okay. In the absence of any other question.
Thank you. I've dropped my my contact on the chat box.
All right. All right. That's fine. So you will get the link. So for the assignments, good question, Priscilla. It shows that you're really committed to doing these assignments. So the assignments can be dropped on the groups that you belong to. So ensure that you are added to any of our WhatsApp groups, because on those WhatsApp groups, we drop a lot of information and pass a lot of updates there from time to time. So you can drop the assignments on the WhatsApp groups and also inform your team lead of that as well. Okay, Christy B says you have a similar question. Let me see your question. This might be the last question I'll be taking for this morning. I have a similar question. Where do we get the prospects? You mentioned 1,000 contacts. How do we get that practically? Good question, Krista B. There's also a video that Doctor has done in the course of this 4 to 17, the day 1 to day 17. So you need to go back to those videos, drop your contact as well. There's a particular day that we treated prospecting, how to get clients. But just to touch base, little on this, there are various ways you can generate prospects. Number 1, if you are here, I'm getting messages from every corner, both on WhatsApp, both. All right. So if you are here and you are not yet subscribed to events websites, you need to do that immediately.
Events website, how do you get it?
Please mute. Kindly mute. All right, so one of the easiest ways for you to generate leads is to go out on, you can generate leads either online through online advertisements, by running adverts. That way you can get people who are interested in your products, interested in your offers, and all you now do is to follow up on them. Or you can also do the offline, prospecting, where you intentionally go out for events. So every single week, you must have minimum, this is an assignment for everyone, minimum of 3 quality events that you attend every single week. I'll give an example. Last week, we were still at one of the major events in Lagos here, an oil and gas event, and you needed to see the quality of persons that attended that event. You needed to see the quality of persons. Now, these are some things that some things are not taught, they are caught. I repeat, some things are not taught, they are caught. If you can take advantage of this thing I'm telling you now, it will help you in closing deals. The quality of persons in that event, for instance, many of them, if you would normally want to have access to them, some of them you would write letters, and those letters will not even get to their table for 3 to 6 months. But on events like this, events where it could be conferences, it could be workshops, it could be seminars, by virtue of you attending that event, you have already built a leverage for yourself. So if they meet you in such events, then they can easily listen to you. For instance, you can go on Eventbrite, 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 and every single event in February, make sure that you subscribe for them. What you do, once you subscribe for them, you register for them. There are free events, a couple of free events, and there are also paid events as well. But you must not always start with the paid ones. You can start small, think big, and grow fast. That's one of our principles here. So start from what you have, and if you have the resources to also pay for the paid events, pay for them, because you will get value for your money. And remember, I said the quality of your network equals to the quality of your net worth. The quality of your contacts equals to the quality of your contracts. So look out for these events. Go on different event websites. If I've given you a good one, Eventbrite, and make sure that every week you attend minimum of 3 events. That way, every week you have quality persons in your pipeline already without even having to pay a dime to run adverts. So that's another strategy, that you can also adopt. So don't forget, I still said that you should go back to that video that we did, the doctor did, even on prospecting as well. Okay, I will drop that in the chat box. Someone said you need the name of the platform. So it's called Eventbrite. All right, because we're fast on time. Thank you, everyone. This is really, really great. And I love the fact that this has been an interactive session. So on behalf of Dr. Stephen, we would like to say a very big thank you on behalf of GTEX and Associates, the organizers of this, training, and GTEX Holdings group of company. We would also like to say thank you for everyone that has joined this training and has been committed so far. And we would also like to say a very big thank you to Dr. Stephen for this amazing initiative. So let's not forget, the sprint is still on. The incentives are
Next, training for today. Next is today's product of the day. Kindly ensure to promote this across all your marketing platforms. Ensure it gets the visibility it deserves.